This is Alan Lessie. I'm going to try and give you a brief overview about the lottery program for third-year clerkships. Some of you have had difficulty logging on and default into your standard eValue format for evaluations. Please make sure that you log on to www.e-value.net and enter your username and your password. If you can't remember, please click on this Forgot Your Password, and it will bring up a screen for human identification and your email, and you'll get a new request for and information on logging in. I'm going to go ahead and log in. You may recognize that. And the most important thing when you log in is that you're not going to be in phase one for this part. Phase one is where you've done all of your preclinical work and your evaluations. This time you need to log into the School of Medicine. Once you continue the login there, you'll know you're in the right place. You'll see your picture. Click on Schedules and Schedule Optimization. Schedule Optimization. Then Create and Manage Student Preferences. This goes through a lot of information that you're going to need to use. It talks to you about the 4 12-week blocks of the curriculum, and then it talks to you about the 6-week rotations, family medicine, OB, peds, and psych, and the 12-week surgery and medicine rotations. Please remember that if you're going to pick medicine or surgery, the way that you select those is by picking the module during that block you want your elective to occur. Don't worry about electives now. Those will be coming up later. And as I said in the introduction, the only things that do make a difference for electives are that electives like ER require you to be in the block 3 or 4 modules. The other thing to remember is that this program tries to maximize the overall happiness. You can't see it on this screen because of the way that I have the screen capture set up, but at the bottom you'll get some statistics on the lottery and show that the lottery closes at 11 p.m. on April the 23rd. From there, you won't see it here again because of the way I have my screen. Let me just shorten that up. Lottery closes at 11 p.m. on April 23rd. Click on the next button. So you'll see your options for the third year, and whatever is number 1, let's say I know that I want to take medicine in the first block. I'm going to do elective during medicine, and then I'm going to decide which block I want it in, and that's going to be either A, B, or C. Let's say I want the elective in C, and then I want to increase my chances of getting it in the first block. I'll say elective during medicine is my second choice, and I'll make that B, and maybe I'll do elective during medicine again and pick block A. So these 3 represent basically my first choice, is to try all the combinations of getting medicine in block A. My next priority to myself is making sure that I then have, if I get medicine here, then I want to have 2 6-week electives. I don't want to do medicine and surgery back to back, say. So I'll pick one of the 6 weeks. I'd like to do family medicine. And if you'll notice, when you do family medicine, it is now in any of the 6-week rotations. You can either do it in block 1 in the first half of block 1 or the second half of block 1, or in block 2 in the first half, second half. Note that the name of the block module is the combination of the A and B module. It starts in A and goes halfway through B. but you can pick it in any block. Let's say my next preference is to do the first part of block 2, and then I'd like to pair that up with my OBGYN clerkship, and I'll do that in the last half of block 2. If I change my mind and I decided, nah, I really want to do that first, you could go back through and do all these choices, but I can actually just switch here and it will flip them for you very quickly. Or if I've made a mistake, I can clear my choices, or I can delete my choices and everything will just move up. If my next choice, so let me pair something with family medicine here. I'll do my psychiatry. I've got that in D and E, so I'd need to have something in E and F. Remember, if you don't select something, you have to be assigned all of the clerkships, so it will just give you whatever is left. But let's say my second strategy is if I don't get medicine in block 1 and block 2, I'm going to do 6 weeks of family med and 6 weeks of psychiatry. Maybe I'll start with surgery, and surgery is in module A. Please don't get confused here. My first choice is to do medicine in block 1. Then I know I want to do 2 6-week rotations. But if I can't get medicine in the 2 6 weeks, then the next thing I want to do is surgery in block 1. And I'll select those time frames. I'll go ahead and fill up the schedule with all of my choices. You can have a maximum, I think, of 56 choices. And just remember that you should put these in order of what your true preferences are. In this case, the thing I want to do the most is medicine, followed by family medicine and psychiatry. And then if for some reason these don't come through, then I'll do surgery here. If the program looks at it and it does it all at the same time and decides to give me medicine, then these choices don't become pertinent and it will just drop down to the next choice. So I'd lose my 6, 7, and 8. Once you finish with this, you'll hit complete, which is scary because it thinks that you're going to permanently put in your request, but that's not the case. You'll ask it to save the preferences. And you've finished entering your clerkship preferences. And these are all the preferences that they have. You'll not have access to it again. But once the lottery closes. But from here, all I have to do is at any time, once I've saved it, I don't have to do it all at one time. I'll come back into here. I'll go through this screen. And you should notice that everything that I finished with is now still here in my choices. So at any time, I can complete it. Even though it's not complete, please make sure you save it, and it will be there for you to come back to. So you can figure out what your options are and then save it and then come back to it and think if they're correct. However, on April the 23rd, Sunday night at 11 p.m., the lottery will close and whatever is saved here will be your choice and it cannot be modified. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I will be on vacation April 7th through the 17th, and we'll have limited access to email, but I'll be back on the 17th and answering questions all the time. Good luck with the lottery. As I said last year, if you look at these numbers, 68% of the class received their first choice and 82% of the class got their first or second choice. So I think that this is a great way to do the clerkship assignments, and I think that you will as well. Thank you very much, and best of luck in the lottery.